us. These are the people who are the source of our rejuvenation. These are the people who gives life to us. And third, the life counselors. So whenever you are in dilemma, whenever you are in the situation, when you don't know what to do, which decision should be optimum for you, then you need this particular category. That's counselors. Uh, in Lloyd, we had a session last year where a very renowned person from industry came and he narrated a story, a kind of not story, but the suggestion which he gave that in life we should always have two kind of people with us. One, the Krishna, and another, the Karna. We all know what Krishna did. I hope you all understand that we are talking in regard to Mahabharata. ठीक है, रिसेंटली हमारी सारी रिवीजन भी हो गई है महाभारत और रामायण की. सो गेटिंग बैक, what Krishna did, he guided Arjun at each and every point of time कि कब क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. जब अर्जुन डायलेमा में था तो he is the one who actually showed him the way. And Karna, when he was even aware that I am on the wrong side, when he knew that his friend is doing wrong, then also Karna didn't left his friend. उन्होंने अपने दोस्त को छोड़ा नहीं. वो हारने को तैयार हो गए, but he was standing till the end. And that category is about the friends. So friends and counselors are the Krishna and Karna of our life. So whenever we need people to stand with us, we need friends, we need our Karna. And when we need guidance, we need Krishna. And the fifth category of the people which we meet are the toxics, and we need to avoid them. We need to understand that not everyone will understand us, and it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly okay if somebody is misunderstanding you, if somebody is not understanding your perception, या आपकी बीच में मैच नहीं हो रही है आपकी chemistry. That's perfectly fine. Just avoid that particular group. I understand that in personal life and professional life, somehow it becomes impossible to avoid this category. But if we practice, what we can do is to minimize the communication. हम उनसे टू द पॉइंट बात कर सकते हैं, हम उनसे सिर्फ वही बात कर सकते हैं जितनी ज़रूरी है. डोंट हैव एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम दिस ग्रुप. डोंट अटैच योर सेल्फ इमोशनली टू दिस ग्रुप. दिस इज द कोर थिंग विच विल मेक यू हैप्पी. अवॉइड टॉक्सिक्स, क्योंकि कई बार यही चीज़ें होती हैं जो हमें स्ट्रेस देती हैं. दैट आई एम डूइंग दिस, पता नहीं वो हमें ऐसे क्यों समझ रहा है, स्पेशली इन प्रोफेशनल लाइफ. एंड येस, अगेन वी कैन नॉट इग्नोर इन पर्सनल लाइफ ऑल्सो we have some people, those who don't understand us. So just avoid that category. So this management, this people management can actually help us in avoiding the stress. So what we need to do, we need to reduce the stress, give a red light to stress, stop the stress. We need to improvise the relax. We need to slow down, be calm, be positive, take life easily. Need to unplug from so many things which disturbs us. We need to enjoy life, have fun. We need to take a long breathe, relax, go out and roam with the friends, meditate. And yes, there are n number of suggestions available on Google about improving the lifestyles, improving the way we are living, going for walks, doing meditation, yoga, taking green tea, and so many other things. I'll not be touching upon those things because those are easily available to us. So moving ahead, managing stress during lockdown, something which we were willing to listen since the beginning of the session. So Vivek sir will take over now. Vivek sir.
Thank you so much, Kriti ma'am. I hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes sir, you are audible.
Please, all right. Uh, so the basic idea, behind this session was not only to make you aware or discuss, various dimensions of stress, but rather to, address the contemporary challenges that we are going through. And this is in particular reference to the lockdown and lockdown because of, the coronavirus disease, the COVID-19 scenario across the world, which is rampant all around the world. Now, I'd start with, a very lighter note. I don't know, but I think I'm really sure about it. As you must also have, heard various stories through your mother or through other sources, and these are, generally referred to as superstitions, wherein they say that when a black cat crosses you off when you're trying to cross the street, that is considered a bad omen. And then I used to take tuitions at a particular, tuition teacher, and she was wary of, sneezing. I mean, when we kids used to, study there, and someone from their house used to venture out for any work, or say marketplace, or maybe even office or stuff like that. If a student used to, sneeze out, then they would say, no, 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 don't go. This would be the bad omen. So just trying to keep it a little light, because you've just been through, the conceptual part of it. And my intention is not to put you under, those conceptual, explanations, etc. My agenda would be, for the second half of the session, to basically reflect upon the current lockdown scenario, to provide you with certain illustrations, and to also cheer you up and give you certain mantras which I consider are important in order to manage stress. So my question is, where is that cat gone now? So the cat has definitely been, defeated by the sneeze, because the sneeze is the most dangerous thing currently in the world. If you see somebody sneezing, you just run for your life. And that is where I say that the sneeze is back. And so my tuition teacher wins and my mother loses, when my mother says that don't cross the street when the black cat crosses you over. Moving ahead. Now, moving on to a more serious, aspect. It's time to reflect. And this is all in particular reference to, COVID-19. Word of caution here is that you please do not start feeling depressed when you see these pictures, these grim realities that we are witnessing all around the world. So I hope all of you have sometimes, when you have, gone through the news channels or newspapers, or maybe have heard from around you, these are the pictures that are, realities of the contemporary world, and in particular reference to India. I'll not go to the world, but I'll now restrict myself to India. The Shramik trains, when they were run, you know, so many people just wanted to get back to their homes. Students, this is what is the contemporary scenario when you're talking about lockdown in the times of, COVID-19. And then something like this. You might get depressed, but I request you not to, because I'll cheer you up, and that's a promise. I say that for poor and homeless, Corona has just become the cold. The real worry is food. Now, that is what I call a rendezvous with reality. And with reality, we have no choice. If you are trying to choose between the, real things, I think you are just fooling yourself. So the important thing is, if you don't have choices with reality, do you have choice with staying happy or, going sad? Yes, you do. I've heard this particular adage so many times, this particular phrase so many times, wherein people say that all is mind, all is mind, all is mind, all is mind. Okay, we get it, all is mind. But what does it mean? It simply means that whatever you sort of perceive through your own senses and, interpret through your own senses, that is how you, become. If you want to be happy, you will be happy. Now, there are two scenarios. Either you don't want to face the reality, or you want to face the reality, but at the same time, as Kriti ma'am some time back mentioned, that you want to challenge it. There were certain scenarios when she mentioned it in the quadrants. So, even staying happy or staying or, going sad is a choice. Reality may not be a choice. So when you try to stay happy, when you try to, motivate yourself, keep yourself motivated, when you see that the glass is not half empty, but the glass is half full, that is where you start taking over stress. And there is what we, get to understand, that all is mind. It's absolutely right. And by staying happy, you also do good for your biological system as to you activate the happy hormones in your body. And as you can see in the picture, these are the happy hormones that get activated, and it is good for your physical, mental, emotional, and otherwise overall well-being. This was the idea, to basically talk about why reality is not a choice, but staying happy or staying sad or maybe going sad is a choice that you can choose, that you can dictate all the time. Now, when in reference to whatever you've been seeing around, at least I think we should now, you know, certify ourselves as privileged, because we have already seen what not the have-nots are going through, what not the challenges those people are facing in the times of lockdown and COVID-19. There are some reflections that I would like to come up with. I would like to continue with. Now, the lockdown scenarios, and these may be stressors, and maybe because of lockdown, these scenarios have just, got a surge or have risen to a level where it has become alarming. So, other way around, they are stressors, and at the same time they are a result of the lockdown scenario that is prevailing across the world. So number one is domestic violence, and I would like to substantiate, or I'd like to back up my points with authentic sources, with authentic news articles that I've read, and and currently I'm sharing with you. So coronavirus lockdown surge in domestic violence, says World Health Organization. Now the plight of women in general, not just working women. You have to be empathetic towards women. You have to look around. Don't go outside your home, just look at your wife, look at your sister. All right, try to empathize with your mother, empathize with women around you, and then you'll find out that even these people, I mean, not even these people, rather these people are at the most receiving part of it. And the article says that the lockdown has increased the burden of the household chores for women. So somehow, it's not only this particular segment that I'm referring to is under stress, or has gone under stress because of lockdown. But when you see them suffer, when you see the scenarios prevail, you also kind of feel bad about it. So these are the grim realities of today's the contemporary world, the contemporary life that we are facing. And this lockdown has also sort of set up a meeting with one more reality, which is the need for socializing and the fear of the same. You want to, but you cannot, because you are fearful that you will either infect yourself, or if you are, say, under infection, you're asymptomatic, so you will infect others with the COVID-19 virus. And I'm talking about more so on the aspect of the lockdown and the stress part of it. Then something called migration and reverse migration. This is again another grim reality that we need to understand, and this is putting so much stress on the majority, the general populace of this particular country. So I mean, what is happening currently is the reality, but still I think we can challenge the circumstances. We can come out through any ways possible. We can help them out. We can be happy. We can choose to be happy. We can share sadness, because as they say, we can share their plight. We can be helpful. We can, and then that is how we can we'll be able to somehow manage and somehow reduce the stress between people around, and obviously in ourselves as well. Communalizing COVID, I think I'd like to be politically correct and diplomatic, and I'd not like to comment so much on it. But this is another stressor which has come out in the lockdown scenario, wherein I think thoughtless, mindless people are communalizing a pandemic, which is to me not at all justified. Some other reflections and illustrations continue. There are people all around, and I'm mostly talking about the have-nots. They are struggling for subsistence. At least we are privileged enough to be sitting with families and having 3 square meals a day. So imagine the kind of stress level people are going through. Unemployment and underemployment, it's currently rampant. and how will the world and the economy, take turns when this all gets over. That is another thing that we need to, anticipate, and at the same time prepare for it. So, referring back to Kriti ma'am's, segment, plan. At least plan. If you plan, you are the half the job is done, I think. Or if not half, at least 30-40% job is done. So maybe let's see. It's actually eroding the savings that you had already accumulated for over the years. Because you're in a lockdown scenario, there are so many people who just cannot go out for work. Their work does not support, you know, online mechanism of working. So whatever that they are eating, whatever that they are consuming, it is from the savings that they have, accumulated from so many, from so many years. So that is again a kind of stress for so many of us. Inflation and corruption, I think I'll leave it for your wisdom to, anticipate as to what can we think about when we talk about inflation and corruption. Malnutrition, a very important issue. We are wary of, consuming food items which are available, because we are fearful that they might contain, you know, um, uh, COVID-19 strands of viruses. So typically for, elderly, for children who are dire need of nutrition, for pregnant women and others, sick patients or etc. Malnutrition can also be one of the main causes, reasons, and reflections that we need to, consider as we talk about lockdown and managing stress. And obviously, the list is non-exhaustive, so I think I'll move further. Again, let me, go to the lighter side of it. So we started off on a lighter note. We tried to be a little serious about it, and then we come back to the lighter side of it. I've seen also people around me who were not so much serious, who were once upon a time doing nothing. They were busy doing nothing, rather, I would say, and they have out of nowhere, felt an urge to climb the Mount Everest. And these people are not only stressing up themselves by doing this, but also are putting others under a lot of stress. So maybe they are not harming themselves too much, but what they are doing to others is actually not acceptable. So another, kind of a stress that we are currently facing, that we are currently witnessing. And we need to manage that. We need to cool down. We need to understand that this time will pass. I mean, I'm reminded of, a story wherein this talks about, Akbar and Birbal. So Akbar says to Birbal कि दीवार पे कुछ ऐसा लिखो कि मैं खुश भी हो जाऊं और उसको पढ़ने के बाद मैं उदास भी हो जाऊं. तो बीरबल दीवार पे लिख देता है ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा. तो हमें समझना होगा ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा या ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा. चॉइस है हमारे पास. वी हैव चॉइसेस. So I think we need to, cool down, take a break, use the time to to our best abilities as we can, and then maybe we can start anticipating and planning for the future and for the time that is to come in the near future. Now, extra reflections on a very, very lighter note. I mean, and obviously this is just for the sake of keeping it, light, keeping it as a joke. So no serious agenda and propaganda about it. Today the expressions like mitron, sathiyon, mere pyare deshwasiyon have started to, send chills down the spine. And who can forget when it all started? I'll just mention the date, 8th November that was. All right. So I have not so much to say. It is just a joke. But, even when the time clocks at 8 p.m. in the night, we start to anticipate and worry कि अब क्या होगा, अब क्या आएगा, what will happen now, what is in it, what is in our fate in the upcoming days. तो भाई कल भी होने वाला है. I think I'll stop here. Then I'll move towards something called the management mantras. And for some, they might work. For others, they might not. These I have, tried to sort of collect through my own experiences and whatever I've seen around. So it's all a part of experiential learning that I would like to say. So if you're, say, stressed in lockdown, if you're not feeling happy about it, if you're feeling, sad about it and so on and so forth, I think you should start looking at the, brighter side of it, which is At least the lockdown has given you some family time, a quality family time. Why not use that? I mean, try Ludo if you want. Sometimes go play Ludo with your family members. All right, invest in yourself. As Kriti ma'am was saying, we're writing research papers. We are attending webinars. We are doing this. We are doing that. We are uh, developing on our culinary skills, cooking skills. Handy. So many things that you can do. Then maybe start a hobby, and what you had started, you never could maybe continue with it. Resume it. Do that. Keep yourself busy. Then you won't have time to feel stress about things that are around you. All right, and never forget that all of us who are in this webinar, and including me and everybody, we are still privileged to be part of that particular segment of society who does not have to worry about the next meal of the day. So what are you feeling stressed about? I don't understand. Nature is healing itself. Abhi, you used to complain all the time, oh my god, Delhi ka pollution level, oh my god, नदियां क्या हो गया, यमुना जी नाला बन गया. I mean, just saying. तो ठीक है ना, this lockdown is giving that time for nature to heal itself. Feel good about it. All right. And you will have your children when they venture out to the new world. They will see rivers are clean. They will see that the pollution level has gone down. They will see that the birds have started chirping all around. They'll see that the animals who you could not see are also roaming around. All right. कभी कभी तो on a lighter side of it, zoo भी खुल गया है हमारे roads पे. So why not feel good about it? Opportunity to relive the good old days. Doordarshan has actually given this opportunity to us, and Priti ma'am has already mentioned you on this particular aspect, that the Mahabharata, Ramayana are being relayed on the Doordarshan channel, and so many other good old serials. So go out, watch them, and feel good about it. Make your children sit with you while you're watching those shows. So those golden values will be inculcated in them as well. We have also now, I'm talking not only about the mantras but also some takeaways. We have also learned to live on bare minimum. We have started to postpone our desires, because lockdown you cannot fulfill it right away. तो कोई नहीं, दुकान पे नहीं तो ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर कर लेंगे जी. So you have come out of all of that. You have learned to start to live on the bare minimum. Stay emotionally strong and intelligent. You have understood that health comes first. Practice yoga, exercise, meditate. Another takeaway is you've started to learn the importance of self-discipline. You've started to do away with indulgences. And let me just not just stretch it, but just quote you some examples. You have started to learn to live without alcohol, without gutka, without pan, bidi, cigarette, etc. Somewhere these are good habits. These are habits of self-discipline which have come back, and nobody now needs to counsel you for these things. Take them as a good sign, and live your moment. Leave stress. Start living your life. Be responsive. COVID-19 has taught you to be responsive than being reactive. Be patient, not the sick one. Stay positive, not the 2020 positive. I read a joke on WhatsApp. The most negative word of 2020 is positive. So come on the lighter side. Start staying positive. It does good to you. Be happy. It will activate good, happy hormones in you. Now, I've already, even though I said don't get depressed, but I think some of you might have got depressed while you looked at those grim pictures of reality. So some feel good photographs for you. What are those? Quality family. Moving further. The planet is healing during COVID-19 lockdown. You feel good about it. Wow. At least something is getting better day by day. Come on. Isn't this something to feel good about? Isn't this something to feel cheerful about? थोड़ा मुस्कुराओ, थोड़ा मुस्कुराओ. और घर बहुत सारे, जब वापस कॉलेज आओ तो बहुत सारे वेबिनार सर्टिफिकेट्स लेके आओ. फील गुड अबाउट इट यार. देयर इज ऑलवेज a second side to everything. There are two sides of a coin. Never forget that. So you might are facing challenges. You might are facing stressed. You might have feeling stressed about something or the other, and in particular reference to COVID-19 lockdown, but feel good about it. And I think who will be able to relate to this more than the teaching and the academic fraternity? All right. Finally, if you may not agree with what I just said, or maybe are at in say you have a difference of opinion. So we have advisory from World Health Organization. It has also released an advisory on how to manage stress, cope stress during lockdown. And an advisory has also come from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. I'll share these with you, or maybe if you just Google it, you'll find those advisories. All right. So there is also an advisory from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, wherein they have released a 3-page document on management of stress. I'll just read out the headings: understanding the importance of lockdown, handling social isolation, focus on facts, reject rumors, handling emotional problems, what is not advisable, emotional issues after recovery, then recognize mental health problems in your near and dear ones, personal and mental illness. So these apex organizations are doing their job pretty well. All you need to do is stay calm, stay cool, and understand that ye waqt guzar jayega. And when you wake up to a new sunrise after this all is over, this change can be perceived more as a chance, and you have to understand that this is the new normal that you need to adapt to. So my concluding lines are: someday this lockdown, physical and corona, will be over. It's more important to take care of the mental lockdown. Don't let this happen in the first place. Accepting the new normal is the only way out. I think I'm done with all of these things. I think I've been able to cheer you up to some extent. Leave stress. Please start living your life. Thank you. Priti ma'am.
Thank you, Vivek sir. Shubham sir, we are ready
Thank,
to take up the questions.
yeah. So the platform is open for questions. I request the participants and learners to please put your questions. You can directly ask your questions since the session
Sir,
is over.
I can see the question. Shruti ma'am has mentioned how to cope up with cognitive and
Yeah,
affective stress during COVID-19. See, one thing I would definitely like to mention over here is that no one else will do anything for us. It is only we who will be working for us and our solutions. So, as mentioned by Vivek sir, like we need to, be with our emotions. हमें थोड़ा सा खुश रहना चाहिए, and gratitude is something which can release our stress. Realizing that what we are having, valuing what we are having, is something which can help us in relieving the stress. And when we talk about specifically cognitive and affective stress, no doubt lifestyle changes can work like a miracle. I hope the this is this satisfies your answers, Shruti ma'am.
If with your
Question.
permission, Priti ma'am, I'd like to add to
Yeah,
this.
sure,
Just
sure,
just a
sir, sure.
substantiation, to what you just said. When you talk about cognition is nothing but knowledge aspect of something. So when Shruti ma'am says that how to cope up with cognitive and affective stress during COVID-19, I think ignorance is not a bliss anymore. You know, I say that in double quotations. Ignorance is not a bliss anymore. So until and unless you are aware, you have the knowledge, you have the awareness of the situation, you have the awareness of everything that's happening around, you cannot take a stance.